Hello, I'm Annie, and I will be talking about 4 reasons why students fail in writing. I have taught over 2 years, and I have seen this done repetitively through students who struggled in writing. Trust me, I was bad at writing, and after a while, I've realized how to be a good writer, and I've been teaching students how to become a good writer themselves. And so far, students that struggled in writing did these 4 things. The first reason is they don't read the rubric. Let's say that you wrote an amazing essay, but the rubric says you have to use a vocabulary from the unit that you learned, and you didn't use any. Even if you wrote the essay, but you didn't use the vocabularies, of course you're not gonna get the full grade, right? So you really have to read the rubric to see what kind of things they're expecting in your writing. If you don't follow that, of course, you're not gonna get a good grade. The second thing is they don't do their homework. It sounds pretty easy, but let's say that you guys use Spark Notes or whatever to figure out what the theme is, figure out what the metaphor means, figure out how to write the analysis and explanations and everything. If you do that, you're not using your brain, right? So if you're not using your brain, of course you're gonna fail because you're not learning anything. You're not using your brain to write everything down. You're using other people's thoughts and their ideas and then writing into your own words, even when you don't understand what they mean. So if you do that, of course I'm gonna know if you wrote it through using a website. I know, trust me, I've taught for 2 years, and even within 6 months of teaching, I already knew who used and who didn't use a website. The third reason is because they don't reread it. You're gonna make so many grammatical and spelling mistakes that I'm gonna know you didn't read it carefully or didn't read it at all. Don't fall in love with your first writing because it's not gonna be good, and there's always a room to improve. The final one is the most important one, and I've seen so many students make these mistakes. The final one is read the comment that teachers gives you. If I give you a comment, then you have to write it. You have to use it and you have to save it. Don't delete it. Don't delete it, because I swear to God, I put my soul, my effort, my brain into telling you what kind of things you can do to improve your writing, and you just resolve it. Listen, the comments I give you is an overall comment, including all the small phrases and vocabularies or grammatical mistakes that you made. That doesn't mean, oh, just resolve it. Oh, just accept it. Teachers can't be wrong. You don't do that. You read it and see if that makes sense or not. You need to make the decision to approve or reject that comment. You can't just be like, teacher's always right, and then just do it. You have to figure out why that's correct and why she suggested that. You can't just accept it without thinking. That's why it's not improving. You need to think about why that's true, why that's not true, why it might be true, and why you think you're right instead of your teacher. Your teachers can be wrong if they misunderstood your writing, right? But that means you have to make their writing clear enough for the teachers to understand. If you don't edit based on the teacher's comment, then of course they're not gonna do well, because teachers gave you the comment to make you do better, not to do worse. Teachers are not there to make you fail, they're there to help you improve. So if you don't do that, of course they're gonna struggle. Of course they're not gonna get a good grade. Does that make sense? Even in university, teachers always stress about how to improve your writing. For one of my classes, I received like 70% for my writing. And I was like, whoa, what? How? And then teacher gave me a chance to revise to all the students. And after that revision, I got 95. Does that show the importance of revision? The teacher didn't put the revision chance just to be there, just to look good. That's because they want you to learn why a revision is important. Does that make sense? Nothing is as important as rereading and then learning how to improve your writing. Overall, the 4 reasons why students fail in writing is: first, they don't read rubric. Second, they don't do the homework. Third, they don't reread. Fourth, they don't pay attention to the teacher's comments. Does that make sense? These are just some things that I want you to learn, because I've seen a lot of students make these mistakes. And I hope you understand why I'm stressing this and why I'm making this video, because it's such an important thing that students really don't pay attention to. And it really frustrates me in a sense, because they can do so much better if they just don't do the things that I'm telling you right now. I wish you luck in writing, and let me know if you have any questions down in the comment.